Thank you all. Thank you all very much for being here tonight. You know, the NFL playoffs were on this afternoon, but I think you guys are a better crowd than what they get at those playoff games. You just say, put me in, coach. You're ready to play. I know you're ready to play tonight. How many, this is your first time to be on the Electric Works campus? So quite a few. What do you think? Is that amazing? I saw Larry Wygand here tonight. Wygand folks, just incredible. Just, if you haven't been to PrayerWorks yet, you're just going to be blown away by the work and the centrality of it. I just love it. We really appreciate you guys coming out and celebrating with us. We've been really looking forward to this for a very long time. This has been one of the most fun projects that I've ever had a chance to work on. From the first time that God gave Chris Norman the vision of a prayer room, not just anywhere, a 24/7 prayer room at Electric Works. And he got that vision at the GLS meeting. And since that time, it's been amazing to me how quickly this all came together. How many people came alongside Chris to make this happen. It's put a smile on my face. I tell you, I had a lot of tears on my face today as we were praying and worshiping at PrayerWorks, but they were tears of gratitude and just in awe of what God is doing in this city and what's represented by this prayer room. Many of us have helped raise money for a lot of things in the community. I've raised, along with others, raised a lot of money for different things, but this has been the most fun thing to raise money for. We would call, people would say, this is what it's for. Okay, sign me in. Ken Sipe was alongside us making calls, and it just was amazing how quickly that all came together. But it wouldn't have happened without the vision that God gave Chris Norman, and it wouldn't have been without his leadership. And I've lost track of where Chris is. Wave at me, Chris. Can you see? Would you stand up? Would you all thank Chris for saying yes? Saying yes to this. The prayer room fits so well into the vision that God gave us at Love Fort Wayne. The Love Fort Wayne took this vision from the Lord 5 years ago. He gave us 2 words at the beginning: city movement. That's all we had, city movement. So we didn't know what to do, but we started praying. And many of you out there tonight have prayed with us for 5 years now. We've gotten together and prayed together for the peace and the prosperity of Fort Wayne. And you know that the Lord I can just see his smile when he sees his children coming together and praying for the peace and the prosperity of his city. We learned early on that this was not a new work. We were standing on the shoulders and on the prayers of many people that have been praying for Fort Wayne. The Fort Wayne intercessors, I've gotten to know Gina Yale and Daisy Bailey and many of the Fort Wayne intercessors. Yeah, please give them a round of applause. Amazing. You know, Daisy, 40 years of standing on the promise that God is going to do a mighty work in this community. A number of Catholic men came to the first prayer meetings, and they told us of this vision that God had given them now close to 20 years ago, that God was going to have Fort Wayne as the epicenter of a major move of God throughout the country. Rekindle the fire. I tell you, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I think so many of us know that that's going to happen. This, I believe, is a precursor to that happening. That we have prayed John 17, that unity around John 17 that Jesus prayed. I think we're just beginning to understand that. Pastor Peyton, there's a lot for us to learn in that verse, isn't there? But I think we're just scratching the surface of what that means. But to see this tonight, I think we're getting it. We're understanding what that unity is. At Love Fort Wayne, there's several things that we're trying to do. We're trying to love our pastors. We're trying to love our leaders. We're trying to love our schools. We're trying to love our not-for-profit leaders across the community. But we know that it starts with loving our city through prayer. And I just want to thank you all again tonight for coming out and celebrating a 1,700 square foot facility. That's, a lot of homes bigger than PrayerWorks. But I'll tell you, it's the most important, I believe, 1,700 square feet in the city of Fort Wayne. So thank you all. Thanks for coming and enjoy the night. It's going to be a great night. Thank you all.